to my channel. Make sure you subscribe, like and comment.
Hello guys, welcome once again. So today we're here to talk again about the We Over Marriage DC season 3, and we're here talking about the episode 8. But we'll go ahead and talk about the episode 8. What did you feel about the whole episode in general?
I feel that the episode should have happened 4 or 5 episodes ago. you know,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just like now that we're at this point, are we going to stay at this point for another 2 episodes, or like, are we going to move on?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I
Yeah.
felt like for me, I have kind of already zeroed my mind
hmm
from the season. Let's be truthful. Yeah, because for me, I feel like it's been going in a way that I literally do not like at all. It's been going in that way. Well, well, at the end of the day, we still have to get to watch them to see where they are heading to. Probably we don't just understand where they are heading to. That's why we're feeling that kind of way.
That stagnant feeling, huh?
Anyway, um, let's go ahead and talk about what happened in today's episode. The first thing let's talk about, there were not much reasonable things that happened in today's episode. For me, the first thing I noticed was Joy and Winter meeting up and having a conversation. I felt like, why is Winter calling up Joy to have a conversation? I understand, yes, it was an event, all those things happened, but considering the way you've talked about her, I didn't get why she was having a conversation with her
Yeah, I felt
in
that was
any way.
Yeah, I felt that was kind of fishy too. I mean, Winter, she started off like she was gonna, be Joy's friend because they kind of understood Ashley a little bit because they went through, similar things. But
Yeah.
then it just seems like, I don't know, Winter seems like she she's the type of person that would go with the crowd, whatever the crowd is doing. You know what I'm saying? Because she wants to
Mm-hmm.
be it with the it girls. Like she doesn't beat to her own drum, you know?
I was kind of confused when I saw them. I was like, what's going on here? Why why are we having this meeting? It was one of the most confusing thing I ever went through on the episode. I was so confused. But that was not even bad for me. What I felt so bad for me during this conversation between Winter and Joy was the way that Joy constantly talked down on the blacks. Yeah. I felt like that was being bad. You literally talk down on the black so much. The same way you complain about Ashley talking down on you and your husband, you're talking down on black and the blacks, that's Duncan and Sherelle. I you say you complain about um Ashley and her husband, but you're doing the same thing to somebody else. You're doing the same thing to another couple. That means you're as good as yes, you might not be as sassy or childish as Ashley is, but you're committing the same crime. The way she was using animals to reference them, I was like, no. And the way she wasn't like, yeah, you might have met the horse version, but I met the donkey version or something. She said, I felt like that was rude. And you're talking about Ashley is not attentive, Ashley is not listening. You're doing the same thing to Black. There are pictures of you guys. Truthfully, what Black said was true. There are pictures of Ashley, um Joy and them in a group together. And I've
Right.
said it before, you don't be in a band if you're not friends. Later, probably later on, you guys became enemies and disband. Understandable. People disband several
Right.
times. We've seen so many groups disband. But at
Right.
one time, they were friends. For you guys to come together, make a decision and say, let's be a band. It takes
Yeah.
a certain level of relationship for you guys to have sat down, come to a group decision and be like, okay, yes, we want to form a band, go on tour together, perform together. It takes a certain set of relationship. So when Black says, I have been your friend, even if the friendship is non-existent now, but it has been, don't just come and start claiming that the friendship was never there just because you want to um you want to make it seem as if, oh, he's lying. There's picture, there's everything is there. I felt like that was very hypocritical of her. You're busy crying of her actually behaving somehow to you, but you're basically doing the same thing to Black.
Right. Well, I know that you can be in a band and be friends. Because back in the day, I was in a band. In this band, they had a female singer, and it was me and my sister singing, right? But they had this female lead singer that they wanted us to do background for. So once we started singing, and they seen that we really had strong vocals, you know, we were like, okay, we want her out. So we got her put out the group, out of the band, and it was just us and these guys who were playing the instruments and everything. We took them all the way to national television. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
you have to, if you're gonna make it in any type of singing, or and you have a band, you got to get along with them. You can't just have attitudes and try and sing. That doesn't work. So I think that they were friends, but because Black so-called on her friend, she is like, no, we were never friends. And yeah, you guys had to been friends. So I don't know what's going on there, but still, as I said, that's Joy's friend, but your friend's problem shouldn't become your problem to where it's draining other friendships.
Mm-hmm.
You grown and
Exactly.
married now, move on.
That is, she said it's there. She was like, because when uh Winter was like saying that she doesn't allow what somebody else experience is, what a friend experiences somebody determine how her own experience will be with the person. She tries to form her own opinions. Winter did say that. And Joe was like, yeah, that's the truth. And you go and be like, oh, I don't want to talk to the Black. You're doing the same thing. You say Black did something bad to your friend. Black, and the thing he did bad was that he cheated on your friend with Sherelle. We don't care. I don't care because your friend is not on the show.
Right.
If you want me to care, bring your friend on the show. Let her come and tell her story because people know how to twist stories to suit their own narrative.
Right.
We've seen it in Ashley. Ashley has said all versions of the story to suit her own narrative about how she feels Clifton is to her,
Right.
you know? So
Hmm.
I don't know whether your friend has told you a narrative that has made you feel like, okay, fine, Black was a bad person. So your friend has to come, say her own version of the story so that Black too can be able to stay his own version of the story. Come here telling me stories about, oh, my friend, you were cheating on my friend. What if they had broken up before he met up with Sherelle? But your friend is still salty about it.
Yeah. And what if her friend is actually married now and is way past it? you know
Exactly. What I mean, she's like, she might be, the worst part is that she might be on right now watching her TV and being like, what the hell is wrong with Joy? Yeah, I don't care about this. why are you talking about an ex that I've totally forgotten or I've moved on with my life? I'm,
Exactly.
I'm doing new things with my life, probably have kids now or anything.
Yeah.
Why are you there carrying, my friends will say, why are you there drinking drugs for somebody else's sickness?
Yeah, she's building Black up. He's like the one that got away, huh?
Uh,
Yeah. He's the one who got away. Yeah, but I'd say let Black go ahead and be happy within his marriage. You going to be happy and stop all the bickering. It's unnecessary.
yeah.
It's immature.
Like I felt like as much as I want to blame Ashley for how you and her relationship has gone sour, you are also a problem in Black. She and the fact is that she's thinking that the blacks are the problem in their rift. That's the thing that ups me. That's the thing that makes me annoyed. Is that Joy is thinking that she is the person that is on the right. And I've always said it. I don't like Joy. She gives me the vibes of she's always at the right. Because the way she's standing on the right when it comes to Shirel and Black, mm, I'm not for that.
Yeah, I mean, that's their relationship. You know what I'm saying? Long as their relationship doesn't affect your relationship, leave it alone.
Mhm.
Relax, leave it alone.
Yeah. Now, during the course of the conversation with Winter and Ashley, um we realized that what's his name? Yusef, I be Yushov, I don't know how to pronounce his name, literally did apologize to he apologized to what's her name?
Joy.
Joy. And I'm like, I know you might have felt like she might have been, you know, choked up or ganged up on, but I believe as people that are in a relationship, even if you felt like Joy deserved an apology, you giving Joy an apology should not have been told to Winter by Joy, but by you first. I
Right.
felt like Winter hearing it from Joy first did not make sense because I'm pretty sure that Clifton will not do that. Clifton will not go apologizing to Ashley, even if he knows that um his wife is wrong. He wouldn't do that. Ashley's husband, DJ Silver, would not do that. So why did you, even if you felt like okay, the right thing, the moral thing to do was to go and apologize, I felt like he should have told her first.
Yeah, I agree, but I mean, I guess he apologized because he kind of seen and heard her, when she was saying, "Hey, I don't feel comfortable to discuss those type of family things because first, what's her name, Jan or whatever the therapist's name was asking her questions about her family. Now that's personal stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you and I are in a room together and you're my therapist. I'm in a room with like my peers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to answer personal questions like that about my family, you know? So when she said, "Hey, I don't feel comfortable. I'm not in a safe space." I'm glad Yusuf or Yushaf or whatever his name is. I'm sorry for mispronouncing it. But I'm
Yeah.
just glad that he heard her and he understood her, you know.
Mm,
I mean, Cliff was sitting back, but I guess he just didn't want to get riled up. Like, hey, didn't she just tell you she doesn't feel comfortable? You know, but, they just let it play out, which was cool. But, I'm just glad that he recognized it and said, hey, I see you. I see that you weren't comfortable in that situation, you know, and you didn't feel safe. But yeah, I agree with you that yeah, he should have told Winter, hey, I apologize to Joy because and explain himself, because
yes,
if that would have been me, I'd have been like, okay, hold up. You did what?
exactly.
you
Even
know.
if I felt like Yusuf was right, sorry for mispronouncing his name. Even if I feel like he was right, because I knew that yes, an apology was needed because of the bombarding of Joy by the therapist or the spiritual healer, or whatever she was.
Right.
I feel like yes, Joy was owed an apology. That one is on the side. Now you going to apologize at the back of your spouse and not telling your spouse that, okay, babes, I did go to apologize to this person. This is the reason why I did it. I felt like it was uncomfortable. At least just let your spouse know what's going on, because the shock on Winter's face was not what was it was not deserved. To realize that I'm literally with this person. I probably have gone on dates with you after coming back from the event, and you never for once said that I was gonna tell you that I spoke with Joy and we had a conversation where I did apologize. That alone is like, okay, for me, I would say, okay, I'll start thinking that, okay, is this a red flag in the
Mhm.
relationship?
Right.
Because you can if you can do these small things, that means there'll be a lot of things that you'll be doing on my back and not telling me because you feel like, okay, yes, it's the right thing to do. I'm not saying it's not the right thing to do, but in as much as it's the right thing to do and you should have done it, you should have let me know. I don't want to hear from an outsider because I want to be protected by you.
Right.
You are the one that's supposed to protect me. You are my covering. You are supposed to be the one that will stand as a shield for me and nobody else. So if I don't have that covering from you, at least for you to shield me, and I'm like looking at like I'm just exposed, then what am I in a relationship with you for?
Hmm.
For me, I don't stand by the thing of, oh, just because we're in a relationship, wrong. If I'm with you and I know you're wrong, I'll be like, yes, let's be wrong together. No, I believe in when something is wrong, I let you know that, babes, this was wrong. I didn't like it. It's just that I might have a different approach. I might not say it to you in the presence of those people. I would wait for us to be in privacy and be like, babes, that what happened did not make sense. I didn't like that. It didn't look well. But for me to find out that you apologize, do you know what it is to apologize to somebody? And I'm sure he would have even said, I apologize on behalf of me and Joy.
Oh
No, me
God.
and Winter. Sorry. I apologize on behalf of me and Winter. I'm pretty sure that's how the apology would have gone. Because for Joy to accept the invitation of Winter like that, I'm pretty sure that was how the apology went.
Yeah, how did he even get in contact with her? I mean, I'm just thinking while you're talking, like, how did he get in
Mhm.
contact with her? Did he have Cliff's number, or did he have her number, or like, did he go to one of her shows? Like, you,
I
you know,
don't
how,
even know. She's saying that he's one of her fans. So I really,
you trying to say he got in
I,
touch with her on Instagram?
I really don't know. But that's not a good, for me, that's not a good look.
Yeah,
That's not a good sign. Winter has her issues. Yes, quite all right.
I'm
Winter has her
sure.
issues. But I understand that part where she said, I need to have a covering, because for me, that moment I realized that he did not really cover her. Now I understood why she was going hard on Yusuf. And I believe that for her to have said that, this might not have been the first time he had done something like that.
Mm,
for her to like Western like men. You're supposed to be protecting me. So that's why sometimes I feel like we should not always judge until we find out the real issue. Because when I found out that he apologized to her, to Joy at Winter's back without telling her, it was a no for me.
Yeah, it wasn't
For
a
me,
good
I even
look.
felt like it was not even he shouldn't have even done it if he knew he wasn't going to tell Winter after that he did it.
Well, actually, if anything, the apology should have came from Winter. It was her event. You
Mm-hmm.
know, um, she seen that Joy was so uncomfortable and so fed up. She walked away. She didn't go and check on her. But you invited her there. So the apology should have came from Winter.
Exactly. And do you know what it's like to for someone to apologize on your behalf when you don't want to apologize? It's more painful. Like you realize that someone is apologizing on your behalf and you never wanted to have that apology at the first place. Like
Right.
yourself yourself did not do a great job at that. I'm gonna say yourself did not do a great job. Well, let's um let's move on. We now the girls had a meet up except from Joy. We had Sherelle, Sherelle Winter and Ashley. And they had this Ashley invited them to do a paint something and they were talking. Now, something piqued my thoughts during that outing. They were having fun and they started talking about what happened during the events. Then actually, I think Joy said, what am I misinterpreting? I'm always calling Winter Joy, Joy Winter. Winter said that she always calls the Pettis the Cliftons,
Yeah.
and she's not used to the Pettis. And the way Ashley Arena in her diary room was like, yeah, she's always like, doing chummy with them. Let me go back and tell them that she's like, I'm like, is there anything wrong by calling them the Cliftons? Because if you notice, even me, I do call them the Cliftons.
Yeah.
I'm not used to calling them the Pettis.
Uh-huh.
Is I think it's Shop Reality that calls them more the Pettis. I call most of the reviews we've done, I call them the Cliftons. And I don't think that's a big issue. And I don't I don't know, maybe because I'm not married. Is it a bad thing the way she was like, oh, I just call them the Cliftons, not the Pettis? Is it
Yeah.
an insult?
Winter was trying to be shady, but I think Arena, like, why do you gotta carry the bomb? You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't even deep,
That
you
was
know.
not funny. But
Yeah.
you said Winter was trying to be shady.
Yeah.
What is the shade there? Because I don't understand the shade. The Cliftons is their name. The Pettis, still their name. It's not like you're insulting them.
Yeah.
Because I was confused at that moment. I was trying to understand because I know that I usually call them the Cliftons. It's sometimes when I hear from Shop Reality, she'll be like the Pettis. I'll be like, okay, yeah, the Pettis. I do call them the Cliftons every single time. The Cliftons, the Cliftons.
Right.
Sometimes it's what you're
But the
used to.
husband's name is Clifton.
Yeah,
Clifton and Joy.
yeah.
I can understand, the little mix up, but the way Winter did it was just, like she was just trying to be shady. She knew their last name, you know. She just wanted to be shady because Sherelle was there and Ashley was there, you know, and she's really trying to get in good with them. She don't want to be on the outside no more. You notice she said, "Hey, this is my first time being invited over here. I'm happy." you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's trying to get in where she could fit in.
But even if I felt like Even if I felt like, right, that it did, okay, let's just agree to disagree that it was shady, but I did not see a reason why Irena was trying to make a mountain out of a molehill
Right.
about it, because I feel like Irena was trying to add more sauce to what's something that was nothing.
Yeah, it's just like it's always gonna be one beef after another one, especially if you going back telling every little, I hate to use their last name,
Gossip,
but every little
yeah,
petty thing you're gonna run back and tell the petties. You know what I'm saying? Like that's petty. Maybe we need to start calling Arena petty.
I've always also don't like Irena. Also, right from time since season one, they always try. For me, I feel like they always try to do this good couple, but I don't know. I literally don't want to judge anything.
Yeah, well,
I don't want to judge.
from the first episode, I noticed Arena was always following Ashley. If Ashley got an attitude, she had an attitude. You know, so I just felt like it was just pretty crazy. How she ended up, just like now Ashley's behavior is beneath her, but she was just the same person on the first episode. They were twins.
Exactly. I think we spoke about it. Was it last week or so? That Shoprite was like, Ashley said, Arena was like, no, they were not really friends before then. They just really met, started hooking up when they were, post for the show. And I'm like, this lies. I can remember season one, they were literally walking hand in hand. Ashley was
Yeah,
annoyed with somebody, Arena was annoyed with that person. Ashley was not happy with something going on. Arena was also not happy with that same thing. So
yeah,
now all of a sudden, you guys, you don't understand Ashley's behavior. It's given wash and repeat, because this same thing that she's doing with Joy, being close, friendly, and everything with them, is the same thing she did with Ashley.
yeah. They were cool. They were friends. They hung out. I mean, you let Ashley tell it, and she says, "Yeah, we've been around each other for years. Her,
Exactly.
their family and my family. You know, I mean, friends. Are you gonna let if you're not somebody's friend? Are you gonna let your son have that person's husband as your mentor?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wasn't quick little Jamie's mentor?
Mm-hmm.
If the
Mm-hmm.
parents are friends, how you gonna let a strange man be your child's mentor without understanding this man, understanding his values? You know what I'm saying, and what he's all about. You can't mentor my kid if I don't know you. So that
Yeah,
right there makes you think that yeah, they've been friends for a cool minute.
they've been friends for at least for a little while. For a little while. Yes,
Yeah,
it might not be a friendship of 10 years or 20 years. Some friendships are not 20 years. Some friendships are 2 years. Being friends for 1 year doesn't mean that um um a friendship for 10 years is, some people, their 1 year friendship is stronger than 10 years of friendship with somebody else. That's the truth. I have a friend that I've been friends with for since when I was in college. I know I was friends with this beautiful lady, and we've been friends even to now. But there's somebody I met recently about 6, 7 years ago. Now me and her very close. And if you see me and her talking, you think we have been as close as the other lady that we've literally practically grew together. So Friendship 1 year, 2 years, 3 years doesn't matter. It's how the friendship is. You don't have to be friends for 7 years or 10 years for the friendship to be like, yeah, perfect, perfect friendship. No.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, some people are friends, or some people are friends more like associates. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you you only see each other when you're all gathered together. But it
Yeah.
just seems like Ashley and Aaron, Arena were friends that been over each other's house. Like they've had parties, they've had dinners together. They, you know, went on couples dates and stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
And that seems to me a little bit more than acquaintances.
Exactly. Well, let's talk about when Yusuf and Joy finally had that conversation. What did you feel about Joy and Yusuf having that conversation where she literally told him that, um, sorry, I said Winter and Joy, Winter and Yusuf had that conversation where she finally told him that Joy told her that he did apologize. How did you see the whole conversation and what was talked about?
Well, I kind of understand. If I'm in a relationship and I feel like I'm by myself, you know, I'm going to be by myself. If I'm struggling
Yeah.
and and we're together, I'm struggling and you have money, then I might as well be by myself. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, if we're, a couple, and I say, hey, let's not spend no money, let's save, and you're trying to spend, spend, spend. You know what I'm saying? I figure,
Mm-hmm.
hey, this isn't an equal relationship. We got to be evenly yoked. And if we're not, hey, I'd rather be by myself. I'm not trying to waste nobody's precious time on this earth. And I sure don't want mine wasted. So I understand where she was coming from. I feel unprotected. If this is how it's going to be going, I'd rather not rock with you.
Yeah. And she's coming from two divorces. So she understands what it is to be alone and alone.
Yeah,
So I'm pretty sure she doesn't want to go through the same thing she went through all those period, you know. So I love the fact that she had to tell him, and I love the fact that he acknowledged it. Right now it's not about you apologizing to Joy that we're not happy about. Right now is you did it, okay, fine, you did it. Why did I not know about it? Why did I have to hear from a third party that you did something?
right.
Now
I mean,
that is the problem.
yeah, as a couple, you don't always have to agree, but you do have to
Of course,
always
you will
talk
never,
things
you
out.
always agree. Yeah.
Yeah, but you always need to talk things out. I don't want to be swiped beside my head with somebody telling me something that you said or you did and you didn't tell me
Mm-hmm.
first. That's not a way a relationship rocks, and I can't be within anything like that because that's too confusing. You know, the right hand needs to know what the left hand is doing,
Yeah.
you know, and if not,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, if not, you can't come together, you can't pray, you can't clap. You know what I'm saying?
That
So
that is that is the most painful thing, and I guess probably he will see it now. I understand that she's not talking about the fact because I know a lot of people watching the episode might be like, why is Joy so much complaining about the fact that Yusuf apologized to? Sorry, why is Winter complaining so much about the fact that Yusuf apologized to Joy? What me I'm saying is not the apology was necessary, but at the end of the day, what me I'm saying is that when it comes to our relationship, I couldn't care less for any other person. I am you relationship. What is my security in really having a relationship with you? Like, I'll be scared of hearing things from third parties because you, as my spouse, you, as my lover, is not open enough to tell me I did this, or I'm planning to do this, and I'm hearing it from other people's mouth. I'm not safe with you. So, why should we be in a relationship? The relationship, is it necessary? Is an equivalent of me being like by myself alone. I won't be shocked by any information because I know I don't have anybody.
Right.
So, like, I know a lot of people that be coming for for winter because she was coming for Yusuf a lot, but no, let's take out our head from the fact that yes, we know that winter has this bad attitude, or she reacted badly. Let's take that out because this show is called Love and Marriage. As much as I would say that the apology was necessary, as much as I would say that Yusuf did the right thing,
Mm-hmm.
that was the right thing to do. He should have apologized. Although the perfect thing was for Joy, like you said, was for Winter to apologize. Not even from yourself. But at least he acknowledged or realized that yes, there was an apology that needs to be tendered. And he did that. At least he can do that for his spouse. They are one. So an
Right.
apology from him can also serve an apology from her. Now you did that because you feel like I can serve an apology for you for my girlfriend for me. Why don't you then go and tell me, okay, fine, I did give this lady an apology because I felt like it was wrong. Fine, we might argue and I'll be like, oh, I don't like the way you went to apologize. That's not what my thought was. That's not how I felt. But at least I know.
Right.
Not like the shock. I would be like, whoa, wow, wow, this happened.
Yeah, I mean, you let go around and you let a person make one decision for the relationship, they're gonna feel like it's up to them to keep making all the decisions. Like they're in it by themselves. You know. So yeah, no, that would be a no for me. That's a that's a double red flag.
And then there'll be red flags. Um, Lastly, let's talk about Ashley and Winter finally meeting up. Sorry, yeah, Ashley and Joy finally meeting up and having a discussion.
Hmm.
I'm gonna be truthful. Watching that discussion now, it was too bland for me. Yeah, why I say it was bland, it was giving me that the both of them not did not really mean what they were saying. The both of them just wanted to be like, you know what, let's just pretend as if we've apologized to each other and let it go so that people will stop talking about us. That's how it was given.
Yeah,
It
I
wasn't
mean,
given. Okay,
go
yeah,
ahead.
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, no, I was just gonna agree that like a lot of things that Ashley was saying, it sound like it's the stuff that she's been reading off of the blogs about herself that people were saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a bully and I'm a mean girl. This is what everybody has been saying about her on the blogs. So it seems like, she took that information and applied it to that conversation instead of just going in, woman to woman, and just saying, hey, I, I didn't like when this happened. It made me feel like this. That's how you get an understanding because people have feelings, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And you don't
sure.
react negatively until there's something going on that you didn't agree with or something that
Mhm.
rubbed you the wrong way, you know? So it just seems like she took all the stuff that was off the internet and kind of jammed Joy with it. And yeah, Joy's apology, I don't know if that's because, hey, maybe she wants to be next season, be on next season, or She wants to be around the group and kind of feel like there's no animosity, you know. I, I don't know.
Well, the thing is, will there be a next season? That's the question.
I mean, I didn't hear your
Will
question.
I said, will there be a next season?
I'm I'm pretty sure it's gonna be. I'm pretty sure because they're trying to clean it up right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure the viewers have been telling Carlos that we tired of the arguing, we tired of the back and forth and not getting along and like is this really love and marriage? DC, District of Columbia. You know what I'm saying? Like, is this really what they're out there doing? You know what I'm saying? So maybe they're trying to clean it up so they can get picked back up.
And I guess we'll have to find out. Just wait. We'll have to hold on and wait and see whether it will come back for another season. But with all the whole online drama and whatnot, I don't know. I don't know if I want to see a new season with all this drama that's going on.
Yeah, I think that, if Winter's going out, maybe they could put somebody else in. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who's maybe actually married this time. How about that? You know? So maybe it might be a little bit better, you know, because at, Winter's just too on the fence for me. You look at her from the beginning season, and how they were, Arena and Ashley were always attacking her, and just every event, it was always friction, you know what I'm saying? And now that their attitudes have calmed down towards Winter, Winter's like, Team Ashley, Team Arena. Like, who are you? Who are you really? Because you had a lot uh, from the past episodes in the earlier days, but now it's like, dang, I'm looking at three Ashleys, or three Arenas. you know, Everybody's trying to mimic each other.
Well, anyway, let's talk about the preview for next week episode so we can round up. There's one part I wanted to talk about the fact that for the party that Joy, the Cliftons are throwing, they only invited the Tylers and yourself. How do you feel about that? That they didn't still Clifton doesn't have any issue with black, so what? It still pisses me off
Well, I
that
didn't think he really had one with Quick. You know what I'm saying? Because Quick is the one who said that Ashley and the jealousy thing that came out of
mm-hmm,
Quick's mouth. So I don't see why Quick and Clifton would have a problem. I mean, uh, Quick acted like when they were at the little resort, it was like, yeah, man, I don't want to talk to you now. We can talk later.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And see, Cliff, I would have been like, okay, after you finish eating, it's later. Let's have this talk. But they didn't get into any of that. So I don't understand where they would have really such a big problem to where he couldn't be invited. Him and his wife, shoot, more money, more money.
Mm-hmm. But I don't understand why they did not invite the blacks. But let's just wait. Let's just wait till next week's episode to see whether truly they did not invite the blacks for the event. Well, guys, thank you very much for hanging out with us today for another episode of Love and Marriage DC. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to click on the subscription button down below to subscribe, and also comment your thoughts and opinions on the video. We'll see you guys same time tomorrow for the Real Housewives of Potomac finale.
Okay.
So have a nice day, guys.
Bye.
Bye.